In this video I've got two first class replays in the Emissary, which is a Cold War Era 1 medium tank for the Western Alliance. It was part of the Star Trek collaboration a few months ago. It's an AAT-60, similar sort of design from the one in the World War II mode, although there isn't an unskinned version of this in Era 1. And there's no guarantee when this tank will be back, so might not come back. It might come back as an unskinned version that they've been doing recently with some of the other collaboration tanks, bringing them back at slightly different stats. That could happen with this. It could come back as part of a collaboration again with Star Trek, or might not get it again. But I think it is a very good medium tank. I think it is one of the better ones in Era 1. I do think its gun handling does let it down slightly. It does have a tendency of missing shots. The whole traverse is pretty bad as well. It can be a bit difficult, particularly with light tanks. It can be a bit annoying to stand target with them. But overall, I think it is a very good medium tank. Does a lot of things well. Although I think the T95A3 is probably the best all-rounder. So we come to this position. Looks like a lot of the enemy tanks are coming down that gully. I'm a bit cautious about pushing ahead too fast, because I do think this flank is going to collapse. I'm here just to give her a bit of support and fire. I probably need to fall back. That's what I'm thinking at this moment. Stand at the edge of the map. And just trying to get shots in where I can. So the stats of the tank, it's got 251 penetration on the standard rounds, 325 on the heat rounds. The heat rounds are worth firing in Era 1. There's very little spaced armour, no composite armour, so heat rounds are useful. And both have an alpha of 390, which is quite nice. It is quite a nice hard-hitting tank. DPM's pretty good as well. And yeah, as I said, overall, very nice tank. Not sure when it's going to come back though. So I've decided that rather than waiting for the enemy to push, I've pushed up myself. I have noticed on the minimap there's at least 3 tanks just camping at the back. You get that in Cold War mode with True Vision, there's no render range limit. You do tend to get people camping up on that ridge. It's a nice overwatch of the map, I suppose, but it kind of shows that the enemy team aren't really pushing that aggressively, as you can see down the J3 area. My allies have pushed that way quite nicely. Just have this T95E3 coming in. These tanks are given away to, I think a lot of people have those tanks. He's just kind of yellowed around the corner. I have triggered putting the hole patch on. So this is it's not new, but it's been buffed. I would say it's been buffed so much that it's pretty much a new piece of equipment, or consumable for me at least. Hardly ever use the old ones. These ones though are quite nice. 20% of your hit points if you're stationary. Really nice. You can easily get sort of a shot of damage back. You have to stay stationary. If you move, it reduces it to half the healing rate. But it's definitely worth taking out, and I do run supply conservation, so it comes back in 100 seconds, which is also quite nice. Every 100 seconds getting a repair. A lot of the time I do try and use it when I'm hidden. If someone damages you whilst you're repairing, the repairing will just stop completely. So not in the sense that it will pause, it will just stop and reset the counter on the consumables. So it is one of those where I think it's good for the game, because it's going to be a lot of people might be just taking the game a little bit slower, finding a bit of cover, just reload, repair, whilst the enemy team can make a move in that situation. So I think it's nicely balanced. I don't think the HP benefit is going to be any game breaker or anything like that. But as you can see, the accuracy it really does suffer from steady aim being removed. I think a lot of tanks are like this. I have played the Fungra. Again, that's struggles without steady aim, but overall I think it is good for the game. It will make the game slightly slower, a bit more tactical, and hopefully they bring back the auto aim mechanic that they tested a couple of weeks ago. So on top of this hill, I feel fairly certain I was going to YOLO me. There's 3 enemy tanks down the gully. There's one back on the ridge, and I'm assuming the other one's back there as well somewhere. So feel quite confident to sort of push ahead. The Spaceman does have a high alpha gun, can take a lot of damage off. But as you can see, I've taken a couple of shots in this game, and I'm almost back up to full health with the whole repair kit. Which, as I said, which is good. Previously, you'd get like 200 hit points back or something. Not really worth it. So yeah, I do take it above food for this, at least whilst it's new. That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying it out, see if it works. And it does seem to be working, particularly on this tank. I've played the Fungra in Era 1, and that seems to be working as well with the whole repair kit as well. But yeah, I think it's a good bit of consumable now. Just over 4,000 damage, 700 assisted. Managed to bounce a shot somewhere. I've got 4 kills, so quite a nice game. I think I was a bit slow at the start, picked up at the end. Quite cautious about poking this ridge, but we'll get that last kill in. Go up to 5 kills. Get MVP on the game. I think that was quite a good game. 5 kills, always good to get that. And yeah, first class on that. I was up to 62% now on this one. I did end up getting the first mark. This is the game straight after. I didn't get the mark in this game. I got it later in the evening, but it was these 2 games where I seemed to do quite well back to back. So I put this up. And now on Fisherman's Bay, so I've noticed I did want to go into the town. This tank is okay at side scraping. I find it so alright doing it like that. But unfortunately, with Cold War, the team's gone all on this side. Unfortunately, there's not really much I can do by myself in the town, particularly if all the enemy team go that way. But it looks like a lot of the enemy team have come this way, so I suppose this is where all the damage is anyway. There are some quite nice little ridges here. I'm just trying to see if I can see anything with true vision. There's not a lot to aim at, but you can get a nice tracking shot into this 25T. And you've got all the light tanks darting around everywhere. Difficult to pick out a target. But onto the commander then. So with the new perks, I run Born Leader, Snapshot, Run and Gun, Clutch Braking, and Off-Road Driving. Those perks were what I would use previously on the commander. So that does free up 3 new perks. So I've got the Gunnery Mastery one, Armour Angle, so just reduce the damage down by 5%. And Supply Conservation. So the Supply Conservation, I think it knocks 20 seconds off the whole repair kit patch, which is quite nice. Don't think I would run it with food. So with the free ability to respec commanders, I think it might be one that I do end up dropping. Armor angling, just reduce the damage coming in. It can be helpful, and the gun reacts, but it just allows the penetration to stay closer to the specified 251 over distance. They don't have to switch to heat too long at medium to long distance, and also 6% increase to the probability of causing module damage as well is quite nice. I think how that works is standard is about 24%, so it knocks you up to 30%, which is good. It turns it from about a 1 in 4 chance up to almost 1 in 3 chance, so I think it's worth taking. And all the other perks, they work as they did previously. I think Snapshot and Run and Gun have had a slight nerf to their percentages, but other than that, I think it's a good build. As I said, might see how it goes with the repair kit. Might drop that, and if I do drop that, I'll drop the supply conservation skill, and not really sure what else to run on a sort of a it's like a medium heavy build for Cold War, what I'm going for. So yeah, really don't know what I would run in a 9th skill slot. On the equipment, four pieces of equipment now: rammer, stabilizer, Gauzers, and the vents. It just helps the mobility, the Gauzers. The vents just help everything about the tank. Stabilizer, the tank needs a stabilizer. And the rammer obviously just to help with the DPM. So I've gone forward to this little ridge. I've noticed that tank's probably on a reload, but now the T-44 is coming forward. I do want to try and get some shots into this person, or at least get myself in a position where if he did try and poke, I could get some shots in. But I've noticed there's an FE around there. I don't really want to take a shot from that slapped into the side of me. So just pulling back now. Unfortunately, the heavy tank there, my ally, probably gone in a bit too hard. Get a nice shot into the side of the turret on the Fungerer, and just trying to see if I can get this kill shot. Worth a shot there. I'm not too sure it would have actually penned if it did hit, but again, the gun handling's not brilliant on this tank. That was quite short range. I had most of the tank in my sights, but unfortunately still misses. So I'm just being really careful with that 4005 down there. It is the main concern. It's 6.5, not too much hit points now, although I will say that the repair kit has helped me get quite a lot of my hit points back. If I hadn't had the repair kit, probably be a one shot for a lot of tanks now. So yeah, I definitely think it's worth running now. Trying to get this kill shot, get a nice shot into the sides of the hole there. And unfortunately, I started the repair and got some damage from that T-44, which is unfortunate. And I get lucky that the FV 4005 shoots under me. It's coming in yellow at me now. Pops the smoke, but my friendly 4005 just gets the shot in. Takes it down, and we've only got this T-44 left, so just free aiming the shots now. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good couple of games I had in this. As I said, I've since one marked this tank now. I think it is a good tank. I think it's definitely worth picking up if it ever does come back, or if an unskinned AAT-60 does appear in Cold War. Yeah, so with all the new skills and equipment and consumables, it has mixed up both World War II and Cold War modes. which it may have needed. I think removing steady aim has been interesting, and changing a lot of the skills into equipment. I think the fourth equipment slot is going to be useful, and I think the equipment feels more important than skills. I'm not too sure if that was the intention, but it does seem to have more impact. So yeah, that was the Emissary, and thanks for watching.